Hey everyone, it's Lucy from KBeautyHobbit.com. I can't believe it's already time to film the best of 2021 video, but I guess somehow it snuck up on us. For me personally, 2020 and 2021 merged into this one never-ending year full of just surprises and not always good ones coming from every direction. And let me know how you feel about all of that in the comments. Are you having like a never-ending 2020 like I am? But anyway, I have some wonderful skincare and some non-skincare favorites to share with you. The first thing is one of the more recent addition to my skincare routine, but I am in love with it and I knew right away from the first use that this was going to make it into the favorites video. And this is Mary and May Cleansing Balm. Unfortunately, the packaging is incredibly difficult to capture on video and in pictures because it's just so reflective and shiny. It's a lovely cleansing balm. It smells amazing. It takes off makeup and sunscreen very well. Doesn't irritate my skin. My skin's combination with an oily T-zone and dry to normal everything else. And it's not particularly sensitive, although if I have a choice of fragrance-free versus fragrance, I opt for fragrance-free, but I don't mind scents either. This one smells amazing. It looks like this. And I've used it a handful of times and I'm already just loving it. I keep reaching for this versus my other first step cleansers all the time. And it comes with this cute little spatula that's nested in its own little holding place, which I find adorable. Next product I've talked about on my channel before. It was in my overhyped products video and some others, but it's the Glow Recipe PHA+BHA Pore-Tight Watermelon Toner. I adore it. It is highly fragranced. I actually like the scent, so perhaps if you have super sensitive skin, this might not be for you, but it really works so well. It's gentle, at least on my skin, and it does make a difference in the appearance of my pores. They look tighter, smaller, and the sebaceous filaments, those little dark dots on the nose and sometimes in this area, really become much less noticeable. Things just look so much better when I use it, and I use it about maybe 2 to 3 times a week, which is maybe why I'm still not out of it. And it's slightly thicker than water texture-wise. Really easy and pleasant to apply. I adore it. Next is this Japanese Canmake Marshmallow powder. I learned about it in my group Korean Beauty Fanatics. It has SPF 50 in it, if I remember correctly, but I don't necessarily use it for SPF. This would not be sufficient enough on its own to provide SPF protection, but it's not bad for touch-ups. It gives me the best kind of matte look without drying the skin. I am totally out of my first one and already have this next one to go ahead and open. I bought the lightest color, the light ochre one, but it also comes in a couple of different shades. So if you fall into a very narrow range they offer, definitely try it out. I'll put links for everything and the reviews in the description box. This is my favorite currently daytime moisturizer, Rovectin Clean Water Cream. It is a gel cream, a very light texture. It gives me just enough of that little extra moisturizing in the morning to protect from the colder temperatures and the wind and all these things that come with fall and winter without making my skin greasy or oily. And sunscreen also goes wonderfully on top of it. Same with makeup, no issues there. It comes with adorable sheet of stickers that you can decorate your own bottle. I am almost out of this one and I already have the next bottle unopened waiting its turn. Definitely a very popular product. A lot of people are talking about it, and sometimes that tends to be just overhyped stuff, but in this case I feel like it really deserves all the hype and it's wonderful. My only wish would be that the tube were a little bit bigger. Here's a hair care product I am really loving. People always giggle at it because of the name. It's called Amos Satin Pleasure Oil. And paired with this pink packaging, it does look a little risque, but it is a hair oil. I apply it to clean hair when it's damp from about the ear level to the ends. It only takes a little bit, which is why my bottle looks like it's almost full still, even though I've been using it for a little while. And it smells absolutely wonderful. It doesn't linger too long, but just when you apply it, when you put it on the hair, the whole sensorial experience is lovely. It makes my hair really soft and tangle-free and sort of shiny without looking oily. Like, it makes it have this healthy sheen to it that nourished hair does without making it greasy or oily. So I'm very much enjoying it and very happy that I got to try it this year. This product I discovered a few years ago, but I've gotten a new bottle this year. So technically, I guess it's not like a 2021 discovery, but it's a rediscovery for me. It is by Wishtrend, Polyphenols and Propolis 15% Ampoule. And if you have skin that is angry, irritated, red, that just needs a little extra love and soothing, this is the product. Of course, batch test or check for individual intolerances. For me, this is lovely. When I got my first bottle, I think it was 2018, it was my first Propolis product. And while it impressed me already even back then, I didn't really have anything to compare it to. So I loved it, but I didn't realize just how amazing it was until I tried some other products kind of like it. So I had this year and at the end of last year the CosRx Propolis Light Ampoule, which is good. It's good, and if you've never had a Propolis product, you might even think it's a holy grail. This is better to me. The texture is more luxurious. It's like a hug to the skin. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Absolutely wonderful, and I think when I run out, I'm not gonna wait 3 years before getting the next bottle. I am going to try to get one sooner. Not an Asian beauty product, but it works so well within my Korean and Japanese skincare routine. The Foreo Bear. I have a whole video showing you how I incorporate this in my skincare routine. I am not new to microcurrent devices. I've had the NuFace for several years. I've asked Foreo for this year because I wanted to try it, and because my NuFace it has a crack on the side. I think one of the kids dropped it, and I was just getting a little tired of it. I wanted to try the Bear because it came out after the NuFace, and I feel like they've improved a lot on some of the shortcomings of the NuFace. For example, there's no bulky docking station. Here there's no built-in timer for how long you have to do each swipe. You just, as soon as it makes contact with your face and the conductive gel, it starts working. And then this also has an optional massage feature that works with the microcurrent, and it is my favorite thing. I love it. I use this almost every night. I usually pair it with an aloe vera gel versus like a branded serum because that works better for me. I talk about all of that in my video about incorporating microcurrent. I'll put a link in the description box. But it's wonderful, and I see a difference. I know that people have different opinions whether or not microcurrent works or not, and I am not a scientist. I watched the Lab Muffin video on it, and she liked it, and she's kind of an authority for me when it comes to skincare science because she's a chemistry PhD and she's amazing. But this is just wonderful. I see a difference big time in the lower part of my face. I've had significant weight changes in my life, losing like about 75 pounds. I've kept it off for years now, but sometimes with significant weight changes up or down, you can get some skin sagging. Same goes for just aging in general. And we a lot of the times age like our parents. My mom is aging lovely, but I do see some of the issues she's having. So I am getting on top of that before it becomes a huge problem, and I feel like this really helps. Plus, it's just awesome. It's fun. I love the massaging feature. It's been a really lovely discovery, and it's something I use almost every day, like I said. I got really into Sunsticks in 2021. Before that, I've tried some Western brands, and they were sticky, greasy, and white, and just horrible. And then this year, I got to try 4 different ones from Korean Beauty. One was SCINIC, Rai was another one, and then Isntree, and this Make Brown one. All 4 are really good. I'm currently using this Make Brown one the most, so I thought I'd show you this one. It is all mineral filters. It looks like this. I personally still like to get a base layer of regular sunscreen on that comes in a tube, so I could get all the little areas like around the nose, all the little creases, the eye area, and everything else. I do that in the morning, and then I go about my day at work. I work half days, and then when I come home, a lot of the times I'll take my toddler out for a walk if it's not too awfully cold, and I like to reapply sunscreen at that time, and the fastest way for me to do that is to use a sunstick. And this one is awesome. It looks like this. It is very creamy without being greasy, like creamy in a way that it is easy to apply. You don't have to push or tug. It is basically invisible on my skin, and I'll admit, I do sunscreen and then powder in the mornings. I'll put this right over my powder and nothing seems to move around or shift or give me a greasy sheen or anything like that. The SCINIC one is also super good, and if I remember right, that one is either all chemical or a mix of filters. This one's all physical. We took that one on a weekend out in a national park where we did a ton of hiking, and we used that to reapply, and we didn't burn. I burned really easily and very quickly. So these are awesome. It's also the fastest, least struggle way to apply sunscreen to children. My second grader will sigh and roll her eyes when I tell her it's sunscreen time, but she will ask for the stick. She won't proactively ask for sunscreen, but when I say, hey, we gotta put on sunscreen, she goes, well, can we do a stick? Like, can we do a stick? She'll go for this a lot easier than creams and such. So it's been a lovely discovery. These are super portable. I wouldn't leave them like in a hot car because I don't know what will happen texture wise, but I've carried them in my backpack while hiking in July, and it was fine. Nothing melted. Awesome experience. Last but not least isn't a skincare item at all, and yet it has everything to do with skincare. I can't recommend it enough, and it is Skincare for Your Soul book by Jude Chow, aka 50 Shades of Snail. By some miracle, Jude actually talks to me on Instagram, and I got to know her throughout 2021, and she is such an awesome person, super down to earth. Obviously, she's one of the OGs of bringing Korean skincare to the Western world. Her blog has been around for ages, and most people who are into skincare know who she is. She sent me this book during a very crappy time in my life when my whole family was sick with the 2020 plague, and it was not amazing. The book is wonderful. I would say I have above average knowledge of skincare after being so into it for almost 5 years. I've learned a ton of new things from this book. And also, in addition to just skincare advice and hair and how to build your routine and what to look for in different steps and that sort of discussion, Jude gives a lot of personal stories in there and little tidbits that kind of tie her whole narrative together in a really interesting way. So it's just a great read. And if you're somebody who is new to skincare, you have no idea where to start, I have a playlist for you, but also this book will take you step by step what to look for, some of the myths and some of the just false things we hear online that are so prevalent. She talks about that. I mean, it's just amazing. It's amazing. And Jude is a great person, very charismatic, so I am not at all surprised that her book is also wonderful, but I'm so glad that I got to read it. And it's I know we all have different budgets, but I think it's a great investment and not a huge investment. I will put a link in the description box so you can find it on Amazon, and it will be to your door in 2 days. It's awesome. Highly recommend. And if you have a skincare enthusiast in your life that maybe you're shopping for them for the holidays, this is a lovely gift to get them to learn everything they need to know to start their own skincare routine versus trying to find information in all the different places online. This is all in one place. Check it out. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this was enjoyable for you. Let me know what your favorites were this year. Skincare, hair care, anything, makeup, whatever you found. Let me know what you are enjoying right now or enjoyed throughout 2021. You can find me on Instagram at KBeautyHobbit, my blog, KBeautyHobbit.com, in my private Facebook group, Korean Beauty Fanatics. We are at 64,000 members and growing all the time. I'll see you in my next video, and until then, please remember to always listen to your skin. Thank you so much.